And it goes a little something like.
I'll keep love you warm all summer, and after I'll keep you warm all summer, and after I'll keep love.
How about that, Cactus? 2 weeks in a row, we get to be happy on the podcast. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah. When does that happen?
You know, hopefully
2 weeks
it's a
in a row, I guess.
hopefully it's a reoccurring theme.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. We know how this goes.
We do, and as
One of
always,
us is going to be surely disappointed.
and as always, neither game was close, or both games were too close for comfort, I should say.
Way too fucking close, man. I had the game on in an AirPod at work. And, oh my goodness.
Unfortunately, that's how it goes. But hey, another week, another dub for both of us. It may not be pretty, but I'll take it. That's all that matters. But welcome back, everybody,
Raiders.
to the SkolNBolts Podcast. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope your NFL teams won this weekend, unless you're a Packer fan. Or I guess a Chiefs fan.
Just fuck you guys.
Yeah.
The one time I rooted for, but I was like, when they made good plays in my mind, I was like, good job. Good job, guys. And then, fucking idiots.
Those bastards.
Dude, like, the one time actively wishing good for the Raiders, they can't give it.
Yeah. I understand.
And, I mean, shit, one of their players is fucking suspended. So, like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. It was a wild Monday night game. Unfortunately, we started out the week with quite the opposite. My God, these Thursday night games. I get on paper what they tried to do before the season started with Indy and a new quarterback and Denver and a new quarterback. But oh my God, can we please stop putting the Broncos on primetime as they're about to be on primetime again? Nobody wants to watch this team.
No bias, but the Chargers and Chiefs was the only good game thus far.
This one was just brutal.
Dude, the Broncos suck.
Let's ride.
Let's hide.
They should be hiding. And I know you and I laughed about it. My favorite part of that whole entire shitstorm of a game was that even after Russell Wilson still ended his post-game press conference with Broncos country, let's ride.
No. You got to say it how you said it.
True.
Broncos country,
let's ride.
So sad and so defeated already. We're not even halfway through the season, and he's already lost all hope.
Yeah. And it's like...
I mean, I would too. Shit, they look horrific.
And it's just like a telltale sign of how, screwed they are, that Broncos fans started leaving the game before the start of overtime because they wanted to beat the traffic. They knew what was coming.
Dude, I'm in awe. I really thought they were going to be way better.
I did too. And, let Russ cook. It's been a disaster.
Maybe he just wasn't good in his last year in Seattle, and that's truly how he is. And maybe it wasn't like a product of where he was.
It could be because they have not clicked at all this season. They're sitting at 2-3, and those 2 wins were, they barely scraped by. And it's just not been good quarterback play at all. And my favorite meme out of that game, too, besides the let's ride, was with Russell sitting on the bench drinking his water and Melvin Gordon staring at him just in, pain.
Hey, Melvin can't talk, though.
I know. I know that you guys
a
have
lot
a
of Chargers
disdain.
fans, we don't like Melvin, but, I've watched a few videos on what unfolded during that process.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have as much hate for him
Okay.
as I used to.
Got a little different perspective.
There's a little love in there. I loved him when we drafted him. I liked the pick, yada, yada.
Oh, yeah.
But shit, man. I mean, they're just not clicking anywhere
No, they're not.
by any means. And it's just like, how? How are you guys this bad?
Yeah, I don't get it. And you got Russell Wilson here. He's sitting with a 59% completion percentage. That's a yikes.
That's right.
An 82.8 quarterback rating. Only 4 touchdowns on the year. 3 picks. Just no production at all.
Horrible. He's not good.
No. And on the other side, Indy barely scraping by because their quarterback play has not been good.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it would have been cool to see Matty Ice do good, but I kind of figured this was how it was going to go.
See, I was the opposite. I said that they'd, win the division, which, I mean, they still can. That's
early, yeah.
The AFC South is still wide open, but I thought that he would, kind of come out swinging and we'd see some glimpses of his old self. But I mean, even him, he's got a 79.8 quarterback rating, 5 touchdowns to 7 picks, turning the ball over a lot, no explosiveness, especially when they were without Jonathan Taylor.
Dang, look at this guy over here. He's got all these numbers off the top of him. He's so smart. He's so smart.
I come prepared.
You come well prepared. Jesus. It's like 32 teams worth of stats.
Exactly. Just ignore the clicks as you hear me navigating from tab to tab.
Oh.
I wish I could say that I had that all memorized, but I don't think anyone would want to memorize anything from that Thursday night game because it was simply awful.
You're a fool.
Maybe, but that was rough. But what is not rough and what was glorious to see was the London game. Now that made me happy. So Sunday,
I'll be
honest.
Shout out to AJ.
Shout out to AJ. On
Dude,
Sunday,
how are they doing this good?
I don't know. But I didn't really even plan to wake up for the entire game. Because I figured the Packers were going to kind of easily handle them. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sleep in a little bit. But my son was sick. So I was up early enough anyway. So I was like, whatever, I'll turn the game on. And boy, was that fun to watch the Giants beat the Packers. That was a joy.
We gotta... I don't get it. I'm confusion on how they are doing this well.
I mean, Saquon is playing very well. I know he came out of the game for a little bit, came back in and got I think it was the go-ahead touchdown.
You know what,
Vanilla
man?
Vic.
If they win next week, we gotta get AJ out.
Yeah,
I feel like it's kind of overdue at this point with them being forward, being better.
It's kind of crazy because, at our full predictions podcast, I had the NFC East being the weak division in the NFC for sure. And I mean, you look at it, you got Philly at 5-0, you got the Giants and the Cowboys at 4-1. The Cowboys doing it without Dak.
Fucking hell, man. And then the Reds do. Oh, I almost slipped up.
You mean the commies?
Fuck.
Oh.
The team with Carson Wentz as their quarterback. Ron Rivera.
Did you see he called him out?
Yeah. Dude, Heineke, when is it his time?
I mean,
at this point, when the coach is calling out the quarterback,
it's got to be coming.
I feel like if Wentz doesn't perform within the next week or two, I think we could see some of my boy.
I think you might be right. I think the time is coming.
Dude, I got to get a Heineke jersey, man.
You've been speaking it into existence. So
I don't know why I really think
there's just something there.
He's not good, but he's not bad, and you can tell he's not a veteran. You can tell at the same time he's not a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
He plays wild, but at the same time, there are times you're like, oh, okay, nice. Saying, man.
For sure. All right. Sorry, everyone, for the technical difficulties. We are back now. Hopefully everything is all square. As we were saying here with the NFC East, it's a fun division to watch, and I did not see that coming. The Giants, 4-1, taking care of business against those cheeseheads. Absolutely love to see it.
You love to see it.
I was very excited. The Packers, Aaron Rodgers, quietly had a decent game. Him and Randall Cobb definitely, looked decent together, and
It's so fun seeing those two play.
It's definitely got to be nostalgic for Packer fans. I wasn't too intimidated when they brought him back just because of his age, but there's still that, reminder of, what they used to do. So
It's still fun. I think Cobb was underrated when he was with
he's probably
with
just overshadowed a bit by Jordy.
Jordy. Yeah, he was definitely overshadowed.
Yeah. But, they didn't get the run game going, which is a big way to stop Green Bay because they got that two-headed monster, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. Both are very good, unfortunately. But if you can kind of control them, they got these young receivers, and they haven't formed that connection with Rodgers. It makes it more difficult. And the Giants took care of business. And
Dude,
I was very happy.
I'm saying I'm going to reach out to AJ after this.
I feel like you probably should.
I mean, dude, my team's not 4-1, so I don't even know how that feels like right now. So,
and yeah, neither of us predicted that they would be 4-1. They're kind of surprising everyone, playing good football. There's no like elite quarterback play, but Vanilla Vic's getting it done.
I mean, when they bring in Tyrod, it's going to be a different story.
They already did, and he got hurt right away.
I know.
But Saquon, I hope Saquon stays healthy because he's a lot of fun to watch when he's healthy.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see him get back to what we know Saquon is.
Yeah, and that was the thing. He went out for a bit in the game because he got hurt, and they even mentioned it that he came flying out of that tunnel, basically just running past everyone trying to slow him down. Like, you will not keep me out of this game. I've worked too hard to get back. I'm getting back in there. And then he goes and gets the go-ahead touchdown. It was lovely.
Shout out to the Giants.
It was lovely. 2 weeks of London games, and I'm very happy with a Vikings win and a Packers loss. Couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. Good stuff out of London. And then we saw the number one scoring offense in the league get shut down. The Lions got blanked in Foxborough.
Goofball.
Yeah, no bueno. 29-0. It's one of those things where I keep picking the Lions because they do have, that scrappiness in them. They got the fight, but in this one, there was no fight.
There were no kneecaps being bitten.
Definitely not. It's just they couldn't get any of it going. The run game wasn't there. The pass game obviously wasn't there. And, Bailey Zappi, is that Bailey Zappi his name for New England?
Next Tom Brady.
Got the dub, had a touchdown and a pick, but for New England, on the ground is what really did it. Ramondre Stevenson, 161 yards, average 6.4 yards per carry.
Dude, I feel like there were a lot of running backs that went off.
For sure. And that's kind of New England's game, They got that running game with Stevenson and Damian Harris. Harris didn't really do much, but Stevenson did. Jacoby Myers catching the ball, had 111 yards and a touchdown. So, there was some balance there, and that New England defense just shut them down. Completely shut them down. So,
yeah. I mean, good for them.
I know Lions are going into a bye week. They got a lot of work to do because they're sitting at 1-4, not where I had them. but they got some work to do. They got the fight, but they got to finish the fight.
Cool, it's cool to see because like they're not it's not showing on paper,
Right.
but you watching them, you can tell that they got something.
Definitely. But they got to start putting something together, or else those players are going to start getting frustrated, and it's just,
I mean,
it's never good.
We saw it with Devontae.
That we did. We'll get to that one. That one's going to be a fun one to cover. This one's all you, bud. The Chargers back to 3-2.
Oh God,
Pulling a win out in Cleveland.
Staley, man.
I wanted to ask because I saw a lot of things on Twitter about a questionable decision that I don't know anything about.
Okay, man. So pick off Brissett. You're going down, right? And it's 4th and 2. You're up. Field goal for them wins it.
Right.
And it's 4th and 2. And I think they were on their own like 40.
Right.
What do you do? I understand what he was doing and why he was doing it. Because if you get it, game's over, done, sealed right then and there.
Yep.
But that's too ballsy, man. Especially that close to where it literally took the other team missing the field goal, and he trusted the defense, and the defense showed up.
Right.
But that was wild.
Yeah.
That was really wild, and we literally won because the guy missed the field goal.
By the sounds of it, it sounds like, the scenario where you run that is where you're, at least up by 3, so that situation can't end in a 1-point loss.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it literally all came down to the fact that he missed the field goal.
Right.
And that's it. And hey, a win's a win. Eckler looked phenomenal.
I was just gonna say, I'm looking at the numbers, and holy shit.
Yeah, Eck was listening to the podcast.
Apparently, because that man has been dynamite these last couple weeks. 173 yards on the ground with a touchdown, averaging 10.8 yards per carry, and then another 4 catches and a touchdown in the receiving game.
Yes, sir. Eck looked very good. And Mike Will looked real good.
Yeah. Solid. Mike Will has really stepped up in Keenan Allen's absence, from what I can tell.
We need Keenan back.
For sure.
ASAP. We need Keenan back. But Mike has performed for what has been asked of him thus far.
Because, I'm looking at the stat sheet here. Mike Williams with 10 catches. The next closest guy was Eckler with 4, and everyone else had 2 or 3. So, obviously, the bulk of the pass attack is to Mike Will. So,
and also I gotta say, shout out to Josh Kelly. He looked real good too, and he was one of those guys where we were talking about him in the early shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want him even on the team anymore.
Yeah,
and he's really looking good. I like it.
Yeah, he found the end zone. So that was it's pretty solid. And just want to point out, obviously you especially saw this coming, but Herbert is having a hell of a season so far. You look at his numbers here. He's got 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns to only 2 picks, quarterback rating over 100. He's
MVP.
He's playing well, very well. And on the Browns side, Nick Chubb carrying the load.
He did indeed.
I had to do it.
He carried the load real well.
Shout out to Nick Chubb for the fantasy points.
And Kareem Hunt. I picked him up in a trade. And
good pickup for this one. Yeah.
15 points right there. Very solid. I'll take it.
Absolutely. It's just, you can tell Jacoby Brissett is just, he's trying out there, but they really, really want Deshaun. Obviously, they got some time to wait still, but it's just, I think Brissett is a very solid backup, but to be a long-term starter, it's just not getting it done. They can't rely on the running game entirely. The defense isn't, gelling as much as it needs to. And they're sitting at 2-3 in a division that is kind of run by Baltimore at the moment, so it's going to be tough for them to claw back, I think.
Yeah, it will. I still think they'll get it done.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends on the stretch that they're entering. I don't know what their schedule looks like, but if they can rattle off some wins, like we said, and be in a decent spot for, week 11 when Deshaun's back?
I think it's 12.
12? Oh, he's suspended through 11.
Yeah.
Comes back against the Texans, of course.
Yep. Yep. I mean, we kind of could have saw that coming.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise. But regardless, what matters the most, you guys, you're back to a positive record, 3-2.
The Raiders.
Got to keep pace.
Yeah, dude, fuck the Raiders.
Yeah.
Straight up.
But regardless, you guys are, even with all the injuries piled up, and the unfortunate situations.
Dude, Herb is having an amazing season while being hurt.
Yeah. So, shout out.
And his number one receiver being hurt, too.
Right. Hopefully we see him back soon.
And one more thing. J.C. Jackson needs to do better.
Yeah.
He was the big pickup, and I don't know, need to see something.
Yeah, you guys were so high on him, and for good reason. But gotta see a little more. But I think you'll get it.
It's crazy watching Mac play still, and he's so dominant, even without Bosa.
Yeah, and I think everyone said that, not everyone, but a lot of people said
he's washed.
He's washed, yeah. Not the same player.
What are his stats this year? Khalil Mack. Yeah, because everyone said he was washed. Literally, for a second rounder for Khalil Mack, that's not bad.
Khalil's got 5 sacks.
Yeah, he's got 5 sacks. He's 1 away from what he had last year, and in less games already.
That's crazy.
It's
working out well.
He has a forced fumble. He has 17 tackles.
He's clearly making an impact.
He's clearly not washed.
Right. So that's good for you guys. And if he can stay playing at that level, and hopefully you guys can,
get Bosa
back. And
dude, I was very questionable after the Jags loss, but I mean, if we can get healthy towards the late end of the season, I don't see how we can't do something.
You still got that hope. I told you, there's still hope for you. And that's showing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's showing. Speaking of the Jags, I don't know what to think about them because, they play so well. They beat you guys. They go into Philly. They hang with them pretty well. And then at home, they just shit the bed against Houston.
Hey, man, I said it.
You've been kind of high on Davis Mills too, haven't you?
Yeah,
Not really, but a little bit.
I think he's solid for what he's given.
Okay, yeah. And that Texans run game, Dameon Pierce, he looked pretty good, but
yeah, I mean with Laramie Tunsil, that's a good online.
And just Trevor Lawrence, I still think that he is, definitely improving, but he had a setback game here, with 2 picks, and the run game wasn't there very much. And it just, they failed to even find the end zone. So that AFC South is very wide open.
Oh, yeah.
I know people will say it's Tennessee's division to lose, which maybe that's true, but it'll be competitive, minus Houston, I guess.
I agree with that. I agree with that one right there.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's all I really have about that game. It's just surprising. You know, I thought, you know, Jacksonville was maybe taking a step towards competing, but it's whatever.
That's what we keep thinking.
Same with like Detroit. We keep thinking we're gonna see some wins rattled off, and they shit the bed, make us look bad.
Yeah, look what you guys are fucking doing.
Yeah.
We look like idiots up here now.
Yeah, we run a sports podcast. We have to know what we're talking about here, Jacksonville.
Dicks.
Next game, we definitely need to address something. Atlanta versus Tampa. The NFL needs to figure their shit out when
Dude,
it comes
Tom-
to this roughing the passer
Tom
bullshit.
is going through a divorce. Let him be happy.
Stop it. No.
Why can't Tom be happy?
Because.
The Falcons aren't doing anything this season. They're not gonna.
Please,
So why does it matter?
you are not defending this. I refuse.
He's going through a breakup.
That's irrelevant.
He's sad.
Should have retired.
You are jealous of Tom Brady.
Of course.
It's because you're not in that TB12 lifestyle.
Definitely not. Far from it.
You're not a part of that, and that's why you don't like him.
I never said I don't like him.
You know, you don't want him to be happy.
I just want the NFL to stop ruining games with bullshit calls.
But at what cost? Tom's happiness?
Absolutely. Fuck Tom Brady's happiness. That was
Wow.
atrocious.
That's rude. Yeah, it was not a good call at all.
I mean, as a defender, what more do you have to do to tackle a quarterback?
What was the other one? There was another one, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was Kansas City on Monday night, where he
Oh, yeah.
literally strip sacked him and ended up with the football, and it was roughing the passer. Now, with that one, their justification was that he landed on top of Carr with his full body weight. That one was terrible as well because, again, he stripped the football. But this one, for Tom Brady, I mean, he rolled him over the top of him. His head never came near the ground, and he, landed on his side pretty damn gently. And that was, it killed the game. That was third down. They would have had to punt back to Atlanta, who had scored 15 unanswered in the fourth quarter, were within a score, had the momentum, and that killed it. It gave them a first down, and they were able to wind the clock all the way down. It was an embarrassing call for the NFL. It was embarrassing.
Hey, man. At least Tom's happy.
I could care less. That was atrocious.
Yeah, horrendous call. I don't get how you make that.
No, Twitter exploded, especially on all the defensive guys saying, what do we have to do? So essentially what it seems like is the NFL wants you to get to the quarterback, bear hug him while standing there until they blow a whistle. It's like at this point, just take the pads off because there's no fucking point. And it's just, It's the fact that it ended the game. It changed everything. It took all hope away from Atlanta. Gave them an automatic first down.
Very unfortunate for him.
Extremely.
But
I don't even have anything else to say about the football game other than that. Because it was just terrible. I guess shout out to Leonard Fournette. He had a big day. That's about all I got.
Playoff Lenny.
That was bullshit. Do better, NFL. Do better.
Yeah, do better, NFL.
And then one team that I don't think could do any better. Fucking Buffalo. My goodness. Absolute domination.
Man, it's so fun living in Pennsylvania.
I bet. Yinzer Nation's probably not doing so hot out there.
Oh my God, it's so fun, man. It's lovely to see.
I can imagine.
I love it.
Holy crap, Josh Allen.
Dude, we were watching the game at work, and we looked down a minute in. Buffalo already scored, and they had the ball back. It was like, what the fuck?
And then they just unleashed Josh Allen onto them. I mean,
that's what she said.
Facts. You see Gabe Davis was at 98 yards for a touchdown.
Dude, he had a fucking day.
Yeah, 3 receptions, 171 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Oh my God, that's that Randy Moss stat line.
Yeah, the Thanksgiving one, basically. Insane. Diggs had 8 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Josh Allen over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns.
You love to see it.
They absolutely cooked the Steelers, 38-3. Unfortunate situation for Kenny Pickett to make his first start in the NFL.
Yeah.
327 yards through the air, though. He only threw 1 pick, so I guess, let's try and build off of that a little bit. I don't know. But they ran into a juggernaut. The Buffalo Bills
only 1 pick.
Yeah. Buffalo Bills are just solid. They're going to be the team to beat out of the AFC unless, something changes.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy. And then the next game, a team that has had their entire season turned around, the Dolphins getting thrashed by the Jets. The Jets sitting at 3-2. Who would have thought?
Me?
Jets, Jets. Unfortunate situation was Teddy B was also forced to leave the game with a concussion. So,
dude, Dolphins, what are you guys doing?
I don't know. So they had to go with Skylar Thompson. Never heard of him.
They got to be. I don't know. Something weird's happening down there.
Something, yeah. Now,
something strange
in the neighborhood. Now,
who are you gonna call?
Not Tua.
Not the Dolphins.
From what I was reading, is the Dolphins are not going to put Tua, or they don't want to put Tua on the IR because they think he'll be ready within 4 games. I don't think that he'll start against us next weekend.
That'd be so. I mean, I don't know. Have they even released how bad the concussion was?
I haven't seen anything on that. No.
Okay, because I don't know. I just don't see how he could play again.
Right.
Even this season.
Right. And then I read a report today. I don't know how truthful it is. It's Twitter, but saying that it's probably going to be Skylar Thompson getting the start against us. That Teddy probably won't even get the nod.
That would be so wholesome.
Yeah. I love Teddy.
I
have a soft spot for him forever.
Has Teddy played against you guys yet?
No, I don't think so. Maybe I don't think he's actually played. We might have played against him with him on the bench. I don't know.
Oh, that doesn't count.
No. So that would have been cool. I don't know yet, though. Again, it's Twitter. Who knows? I don't know how serious his concussion was.
It's the tweeter.
Yeah. But the running game of the Jets. Holy shit.
Brees Hall.
Brees Hall and Michael Carter. What's that?
I know they have a corner named Brees. I don't know which one's the running back.
Brees Hall.
Okay, the cornerback is Bryce Hall.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He had a fucking game.
The whole running attack did. They have 5 rushing touchdowns. You had Brees Hall with 97 yards and a touchdown, Michael Carter with 2 touchdowns, Braxton Berrios with a touchdown, and Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson's got that dog in him.
The MILF Hunter himself.
Jets, that offense is looking good. That offense is looking very good. The Dolphins, they might be in a little bit of trouble. And
yeah, with no Tua.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. Jets sitting
Yeah.
at 3-2 though. Love to see it.
Jets are looking good.
Yep, not bad at all. All right, here we go. All I asked for coming into this week was a stress-free game where we just beat up on the Bears. Let's just at home against the Bears. Let's just beat up on them. You know, don't get my heart rate going. No anxiety. Just get it done. And boy, it started out that way. We went up 21-3. Things were looking good. And then Vikings gonna Viking. We let them back into the game. We let them take the lead. But
Dude, what the hell was that?
I don't know. But the difference a year makes between Zimmer coaching and O'Connell coaching is we battled back. We went down. We scored the touchdown. And my man, Cam Dantzler, on that final play, he misses the tackle on Amir Smith-Marset, who is a former Viking before the season. Runs down and strips that ball right from him and says, I'll fucking take that.
I'll fucking take that.
And ices the game.
Shout out to him.
So Amir Smith-Marset, who we cut from the team, gets stripped, and hey, Jalen Reagor with his first touchdown as a Viking.
That's so funny that you guys have him.
I like that they're trying to incorporate him in the offense. Obviously, he's not going to be, the wide receiver 3 because that belongs to KJ. But they're finding ways to get him involved. Although he almost fumbled a punt, which is what he was basically brought here to do, was punt return. But he got it back.
But he didn't.
He didn't. But again, with this Vikings team, as always, I mean, Justin Fields, of course, looked decent against us. I knew it was going to happen. Justin Fields sucks, but he looked okay against us. Shocker.
That's so funny.
But the Vikings, I mean, they stuffed the run game for the most part. Fields had some runs on us, but Montgomery and Herbert did not do anything.
Who?
Montgomery and Herbert, Khalil Herbert. Remember the fun name?
He got traded to the Bears?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, sir.
When did that happen?
A while ago. We talked about him.
I didn't know he got traded.
Yes, sir.
From the Chargers?
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Dummy. God.
I was so confused. I was like,
why does he just keep agreeing with me? Why isn't he like, what an idiot?
There's always one where I'm just slow catching up.
God, you got to carry the load.
Hey, I hit that one intentionally this time.
The Red Rocket's coming.
Oh, God. We don't need to talk about that one. Shit. But regardless, Vikings 4-1, lead the division, 3-0 against our division. All things are they're not easy, but we're getting it done.
Good in the neighborhood.
Like I said, I don't care. You win by a point or you win by 30. Obviously, my heart would prefer winning by 30, but Minnesota is incapable of that. But we're getting the job done. Justin Jefferson is that dude. He just is. By the way, leading the league in receiving. Shout out. And that's with 2 subpar weeks in a row in weeks 2 and 3. My man's back with 12 catches, 154 yards. Dalvin Cook, 94 yards on the ground with 2 touchdowns. Captain Kirk with a rushing touchdown.
Captain Kirk,
again, his numbers aren't, flying off the sheet at you like, MVP numbers, but he's getting it done. He's leading the clutch drives at the end of the game that matters.
Do you think he eats a lot of Captain Crunch?
I would hope so.
I mean, I feel like just for the sake of the name, he has to.
I feel like he has to. And
Like, do you think he has an Instagram post out there of him just buying a box of Captain Crunch?
I feel like he should, but I think he's more obligated to Pizza Ranch. That's his sponsor or whatever.
Pizza Ranch. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about that. They don't have those out here.
Yeah. Captain Kirk getting it done, though. He's finding ways to win. He's leading the clutch drives. Kirk with the chain he's 1-0 since wearing Darisaw's chain. And can I just say Christian Darisaw, boy, has he been wonderful on our offensive line. Like, we finally are getting an offensive line built that is not horrendous.
Not horrendous.
And Darisaw is a big part of that. And I was obviously all offseason very critical of him. Garrett Bradbury is quietly having a decent season at center. He's, I hated him. Yeah, I was all on board for J.C. Treader, get rid of Bradbury, and he's making me eat my words a little bit.
Good. Eat that humble pie, bitch.
Exactly. I mean, he was the big reason why Kirk got that go-ahead rushing touchdown, because he moved the pile for Kirk, and Kirk even said as soon as he got in the end zone, he said, "We scored that because of you." I love a mic'd up Kirk.
You fucking like that?
Fucking like that. But shout out Justin Jefferson for being that dude. Just got a lot to be happy about.
Yeah, he's having himself a season.
Yep. Now, if we can get past Miami this weekend into the bye week at 5-1, that would be lovely.
You'd be straight chilling.
Straight chilling. Also, one last little shout out I want to give is Zadarius Smith. So glad we picked him up because he's been very good, very good. So, yeah, things going well here in Mini.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, things not going so well in Washington. The Commanders. We touched on it. Could be seeing the reign of Carson Wentz coming to an end.
Dude, I mean, if the coach is just openly talking shit, like,
that's a problem.
Something's gonna give soon.
Yeah.
Don't know what that could be, but something has to give.
And what's crazy too is he didn't have a bad game. I mean, 359 yards with 2 touchdowns. He did throw a pick, but their running game is what let them down so much.
Maybe they're just not the team to have a game manager.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point because that's what Carson's been doing. Because
maybe it's time that they just need a spark or something.
Something, maybe they need a Heineke.
A Heineken.
Heineke.
He has to be sponsored by Heineken, right?
I would hope so. If they haven't reached out to him, what are you doing? You're dropping the ball.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get that going, Heineke.
Especially after that playoff performance, they should have jumped on that right away.
Yeah, shout out to Heineke.
Yeah, could be seeing that soon. Titans 3-2, leading the way for that tricky AFC South. King Henry looking good.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's their division to lose.
Yeah, I think so. I still think Tannehill might be holding him back a little bit. Not that he had a bad game or anything, but it's just 181 yards on the ground. Or through the air, I'm sorry. It is what it is. But
I mean, dude, they got Henry. They don't need a quarterback to go sling it.
They got King Henry, who is finding that form. And I agree. I do think it is their division to lose.
They don't need the court. They don't need them besides the Reds. Fuck. That one was an act.
Oh, I know. All good.
they can have a game manager because they have the best running back in the league.
Right.
So
For
if it
sure.
works, it works.
Absolutely. So, yeah.
So
Someone who had a very solid game out in New Orleans, Taysom fucking Hill.
yeah, he had a game.
Yeah, he did. Threw a touchdown on his only pass and then ran for 3 more.
He's such a weird player.
He is.
Like, not even that it's a bad thing, but he's just so weird.
Yeah, because he can throw the ball. He obviously can run the ball. He can play tight end. He can play special teams. We've seen him, play like he almost blocked punts, I've seen.
Yeah,
He's a very interesting player to watch.
he's a good tool.
He is.
You don't hear that often.
No, definitely not. Geno Smith having a season though.
That's what I'm saying. Was it real? Was it really that the Seahawks were just bad, or was it that Russ just isn't Russ anymore?
Right. I mean, Geno, he's having a season, and they lost this one, but they're sitting at 2-3, which a lot of people, myself included, had them not being very competitive. Geno,
I honestly thought Drew Lock was going to start.
right, but listen to these stats here for Geno. Completion percentage, 75%.
What's it looking like in comparison to Russ's last year?
I'll check that in a moment here. That's a good point. 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns to only 2 picks, a quarterback rating of 113.2.
Damn.
Yeah. And if we look at Russell Wilson stats here from last season, let's see, the Seahawks from last year. Doesn't want to just show me the stats right through there. But the completion percentage is miles above where Russ was at, but Russ still quietly had a decent season last year with 25 touchdowns to 6 picks.
25 interceptions?
No, touchdowns.
That's not horrible.
And remember, he missed some time with the injury last year.
Yeah.
But Geno is looking very, very good. And I do know Rashad Penny, I believe, is out for the season.
Yep. Kenneth Walker, pick him up.
Yeah, I mean, he had 8 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown. And obviously without Penny, there's your guy. Also, Metcalf and Tyler Lockett both looking very solid.
Dude, I fucking benched Tyler Lockett literally 5 minutes before the game started.
Damn. I went against Tyler Lockett.
I don't know why, but I had a gut feeling that DeAndre Carter for the Chargers was going to have himself a game, and he did not.
It's that second guessing, man. It always hurts.
Dude, and it's the fact that I lost by 0.3 points that makes it even worse.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's so unfortunate.
Because, like, if I started Tyler Lockett, I would have won by 27 points.
Exactly.
Fucking dumb.
Hate to see it. For New Orleans, yeah, it was the Taysom Hill show. The Red Rifle had
The who?
the Red Rifle.
Oh, okay.
He had
Did they
an okay
trade
game.
the Red Rocket?
I think so.
Oh, they are. Was it the nickname?
I think, yeah.
Did they listen to the podcast?
They probably did.
Okay.
Sorry.
I mean,
I'm sorry, Andy, if you listen.
Andy, he's just uncultured. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Facts. That's facts.
He doesn't know that a dog erection is called a red rocket.
I do know that. I just didn't know. It just came out of me.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Explicit.
Explicit is right. Next game. 49ers beating up on Carolina. The Baker experiment has to end, for God's sake.
Yeah, but Who are you going to put in? Darnold?
Philip Walker.
What about Matt Corral?
I don't know. Philip Walker did come into the game for
Oh yeah, Darnold's hurt, but I feel like they would go with Darnold if they had the choice.
well, or PJ Walker.
Isn't he? Oh yeah, he's a more mobile quarterback, isn't he?
Yeah, the XFL guy. Hold that thought,
Hold that thought.
because he might have. Let me see here.
We need to get some sound clips to insert when we say things.
Right.
Like, or hold that thought. Hold that thought. Some shit.
Okay. Yeah. This is what this was brought up to me last night. I just remembered. Baker Mayfield out 2 to 6 weeks.
Oh yeah, he's hurt
Yeah, I just remembered that.
with an ankle injury, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'm so dumb. I just realized Philip Walker is PJ Walker, obviously.
Oh god,
He's the one who went into the game. Okay.
Dude, we need to see some of that PJ Walker.
Yeah.
Not Philip. We don't like Philip. He
Shit.
can't.
And also coming out of Carolina, Matt Rule, gone.
Fired.
Defensive coordinator, gone.
See, like a sound clip right there.
Yep.
Go.
He gone. Maybe we'll work
She
on that. We'll work on that.
All right. How much money do we have in the budget to hire someone?
We have exactly 6 cents.
We could get someone cheap.
I'll reach out on Twitter, see what we can find.
All right, cool.
But yeah,
So-
Carolina, they're dumpster fire. They're in trouble. I did see, I don't know, how likely it is to happen, but the Bills reached out to try and get talks going about acquiring Christian McCaffrey. Fuck off if that happens. Oh my goodness.
Dude, it's like the Rams, but for Bills this year.
Right. God, that'd be horrifying.
Could you imagine if Josh Allen had the best receiving back?
Oh God, right? That'd be scary.
I saw something on Reddit that the Rams also reached out, but I don't know with what cap room that they could do that with, so
Yeah.
I don't know how likely that one is.
Right. Yeah, that was just the report I saw, but that
I
would
could
be,
really see CMC getting traded. I mean,
for his sake, I kind of hope it happens. Poor guy.
his value can only fall at this. I mean, not necessarily, but it can't get much higher.
Yeah.
He's already proven himself as what he is, and if he starts to do bad because the team does bad, then you're not doing anything this season. It's pretty evident. Why not get something out of him while you can?
For
you
sure.
know?
Yeah, because he's playing well again. So you want to kind of strike while the iron's hot, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean his contract is pretty heavy, but if there are teams that could take it on, then might as well try to get something for him.
Right? Why not? Especially a team that's thinking Super Bowl aspirations.
Because he's a receiver and a running back all in one.
Absolutely.
So you can get a decent value for him because, I mean, running backs don't have the greatest value in the NFL, but as one is not dynamic as him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll see. We'll see if anything comes of it. So with Baker out, we'll see what's gonna happen here. We've talked about Baker. It's just, he's not good.
We don't like Baker.
I like Baker though. That's the thing. I don't mind him. But
I don't like. He made me lose money.
I was rooting for him coming into the season, but here we are.
You suck.
You suck.
Go back to living in the Brown Stadium.
If they'll let him back in.
If they'll fucking let him back in, I wouldn't. Dear God, I would raise rent on his ass.
Right? Exactly.
You make this. You make how much money in your how bad?
That's what it is.
You fleeced
Panthers
two
suck.
teams? How does he get away with fleecing two teams?
That's a good question.
Jeez.
Yeah, they all look very defeated over there. Feel bad for DJ Moore.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Brent Burns. Dear God, I'm on the hockey swing.
Yeah, hockey's back. So
Brent Burns.
Brent Burns.
He was a defenseman. He now plays for the Panthers.
Yeah.
Brian Burns. My dumbass.
Next game here. Battle of the Birds. Philly and Arizona.
Super quick.
What you got?
Shout out to the Bruins. Go Bruins tonight.
There you go. Shout out to the Wild who start tomorrow.
We don't care about them.
We do. And by the way, we can certainly incorporate, hockey into this podcast as well. Especially once the season comes to an end too. When
dude, we could do 2 a week where one's hockey and one's football.
We definitely could. This doesn't have to be, strictly NFL. And also, I do want to mention, in an effort to grow the YouTube channel a little bit, I am going to be having a solo show coming out. I'm probably going to record it today and edit it and have it up sometime this week.
You're already disbanding the duo?
No. This is just an effort to put more content out.
I see how it is.
Well, we've also talked about you getting a series going with Madden.
You know what? Yeah, fuck Zaffa. Go listen to mine. Go watch me play Madden. We don't care about Zaffa anymore.
Damn.
Fuck him. He's already trying to disband us. He's trying to go solo already, and we haven't even released a good album yet.
An album? Just trying to grow. And it's not going to be strictly football related.
He's trying to grow that chub.
Trying to grow that chub to carry the load. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, Battle of the Birds, Philly and Arizona. Philly, they squeaked one out in the end.
Ha!
Squeaked.
That's what she said.
Jalen Hurts, looking pretty good. 2 touchdowns on the ground.
Yeah, Hurts isn't looking bad at all.
No, definitely not. Devontae Smith is starting to come together too.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, it started out like obviously the AJ Brown show for the first few weeks, but now Devontae Smith is kind of stepping into the role that we expect from him. So it's not that I forgot because I remember hearing that they got AJ Brown in the trade, and it was like, holy shit, those two are so young. Yeah,
like they can only go up from here.
Right, exactly. So that's going to be, interesting to watch going forward. Philly's still undefeated, and it's like I look at Arizona; they're sitting at 2-3, and they're so competitive in every game. They're just coming up a little short. I think in a couple weeks here, or I think 2 weeks from now, they should get D-Hop back. That's when I think that they'll, take that turn and start finishing ball games and getting the win instead of losing the close ones.
Yeah, D-Hop is going to really change that offense because, don't get me wrong, Hollywood is looking very solid.
Definitely, yeah. He's filled that role very well.
But D-Hop is D-Hop, so...
Right. And that's just going to be another, two-headed monster. It's going to help Kyler. Although I do want to say, the Vikings play the Cardinals 2 days after MW2 comes out, Call of Duty. So we should win that one.
Oh, that's a win right there, dude.
I think Kyler probably won't even make the trip to Minneapolis.
Breaking news, Kyler missed team playing.
all jokes.
News.
But yeah.
Breaking news, Kyler Murray is live on Twitch.
Oh, God. That'd be hilarious.
Kyler's missing today's game with an undisclosed illness.
Yep.
2 hours later,
he's
live on Twitch.
Streaming. Not reading chat, just playing COD.
Chat is disabled.
Facts. Eagles winning a close one. One last note. I thought that the all black Cardinals helmets were fire.
Oh yeah.
Some of these unis that we're seeing this season from teams, love seeing them. I wish the Vikings would do a throwback. But
An old school. I would love to see an old school jersey from you guys,
yeah, I would love that too. But
like the ones Brad Johnson wore and shit.
yeah, you could either go like early 2000s, late 90s, Randy Moss era jerseys, or you could go like the 70s also. Those old school ones, Purple People Eater era.
Purple People Eater.
But the Cardinals helmets, those were sick. The Bengals all white unis, those were amazing. Loved those. I liked the Saints all black helmets that they wore against us. I like
the Chargers need to do something. They're slowly losing the best jersey in the NFL.
It's crazy. And then I also loved the Patriots throwbacks. Those ones were fun.
I think what would be cool is to see the Titans bring back the Oilers.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
That'd be real cool to see the Oilers.
Yeah.
The Air McNair era.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would like that. That'd be fun.
It's still an option in Madden, but you can't. I mean, they don't wear it in real life.
Right.
As far as I.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right. Final, or, well, whatever. One of the afternoon games. I don't know if it's the final one. Cowboys and Rams. That Cowboys defense is legit.
Avon Diggs.
More like Micah Parsons.
Can you dig it?
Nah.
My Diggs small.
Shout out my fantasy team. Yeah, I mean...
Oh, is that why you make the Chubb comments?
No, actually, it's just because I don't think before I speak.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because, like, if you're just trying to drop hints, then I get it, but... Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand it.
The Rams are struggling.
Dude, they're still hungover.
Matthew Stafford is struggling.
I thought he was going to do... I thought that he was just going to build off of last season, but this is crazy.
So did I, and another guy that I thought would do something, but has done nothing, is Allen Robinson.
Why do you want him to do something?
He's on my fantasy team. He's been officially benched, though. He's officially been
Breaking
benched.
news. Breaking news coming out of the My Dig Small camp.
Allen Robinson benched for Miles Sanders.
Benched.
But yeah, Dallas 4-1, and they should be getting Dak back. And going into this Sunday night, Eagles Cowboys 4-1 versus 5-0. That's going to be fun.
I think they both go 5. I think they end at 5-1.
That's very possible with that Dallas defense. They handled the Rams. And, Cooper Rush, undefeated.
Yeah.
How do you take him out when he's 4-0? I'm just kidding. You have to, but...
Yeah, but remember what Jerry Jones said when he was like, I'd like to see a quarterback competition.
Right. Who knows?
And
I think we'll see. I do think we'll see Dak this weekend, though.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no way you don't play Dak.
Yeah. But,
there's no shot.
Yeah. Going into the Sunday night game, a very fun AFC North matchup. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The Bengals and the Ravens. Close game. Ravens, getting it done. Just barely, but getting it done.
Where the fuck was Lamar?
Yeah. Same
Literally
with Jamar Chase.
3 rushing yards, and I would have won that game.
3 more. Damn.
That's just pain.
I feel you.
Just pain and sadness, man.
Yeah. That hurts.
Hey, Kirk is number 2 in my league for passing yards, by the way.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Put that on the list of things you love to see.
Kirk doing good in Madden.
Facts. But, Bengals, they're playing very competitively. They just couldn't quite get it done. Is what it is. That AFC North race is going to be pretty tight. Cleveland is absolutely, like you were saying, if they can win some games until Deshaun comes back, they are in the hunt. I mean, you got Baltimore sitting at 3-2, Cincinnati and Cleveland at 2-3. It's open. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, but Baltimore's a good team.
Super quick, realistically, how good do you see Deshaun being when he comes back?
That's another tricky thing. He missed all of last season, most of this season. He's not practicing, obviously, with the team.
He's young. He's young, so I wouldn't think he's out of shape or anything like that.
No, I highly doubt it, because he was in game shape for the preseason, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So I think he'll be ready to go, and I do think that he'll bring a little bit of a spark as far as I think
Jacoby,
but
morale-wise, to finally see your franchise quarterback on the field.
Yeah, we'll see, because the fan interaction outside of Cleveland is going to be rough, especially in Houston. That's going to be...
I seriously think that, I don't know, shit's going to pop off at that game.
Yeah. There might be shit flying. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But the AFC North is going to be a fun division to watch going forward. Baltimore, they're playing good. Cincinnati's competitive. They won a couple in a row. They're finally starting to find their swag, but weren't able to win on the road. But I expect them to keep playing well. And then that brings us to the fantastic Monday night game.
Dear God, fuck the Raiders.
A big-time AFC West showdown. Primetime Mahomes versus the disappointing Raiders thus far. And I mean
honestly, it's kind of cool because the Broncos and Raiders at this point are not looking like they're going to
salvage anything. Yeah.
And if it can boil down to just the Chargers and the Chiefs, then I'm fine with it, honestly.
Right. So, yeah, that's, you got that at least. Shout out to Josh Jacobs for being a fantasy legend. Last time I'll bring up the fantasy just because this is where it's most relevant is I was down by 27 going into Monday night, and I had Josh Jacobs, and my opponent had Darren Waller. So obviously that worked out very lucky in my favor.
Darren didn't even play.
Exactly.
Well,
he was on the field for 6 snaps.
Yeah.
So very, very lucky on my part. Devontae Adams.
What a guy.
Started strong. He had those 2 big touchdowns.
Yeah, fuck him, man.
But, man, Patty Mahomes and Travis Kelce, there's just no answer for the 2 of them. 4 touchdowns between the 2 of them on the night. And we saw what happened. The end of the game, that last play was very anticlimactic. Raiders have a chance to go down the field. Field goal wins it. And
why would you go for 2?
That one was questionable.
I just don't get why you go for 2 in that situation.
I guess.
Why?
Yeah.
Did you really think your defense would? I mean, the defense did stop them, but
then you had to go down and score again. Whereas, you had you kick the extra point, you stop them, you have the cushion of, okay, this isn't a must-score situation because we have overtime at least. So, I don't know.
A lot.
Yeah, and then that 4th down play, the 2 receivers run into each other. It's just, what a way to end it.
That's comical.
Yeah, that was comical. It is what it is. The Raiders, I didn't expect them to be sitting at 1-4, that's for sure. But that's just, something's not there. The Chiefs at 4-1 does not surprise me. Mahomes and Kelsey are just on another level together. Very hard to stop. Jerick McKinnon still carrying the load.
Going to get suspended.
Now, yes, we need to touch on that. Devontae Adams, after the game, shoves a cameraman down who was in front of him. Now, as you mentioned to me before the podcast, criminal charges have been brought in play now. A misdemeanor assault. And now, I did not know this until you told me that the guy that he shoved suffered a concussion.
I think I read more and it said it was a minor concussion.
Regardless.
It's the fact of what's going on right now in the NFL.
Right.
I think that is a very iffy thing. And yeah, you can say I felt bad instantly, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that you literally shoved a worker for the NFL.
Yeah. Out of frustration for losing a game.
Yeah, why? Because you're mad that you lost?
Like, of course you're mad, but that doesn't excuse it, as you're a professional athlete in a professional setting.
I've seen some people be like, yeah, but the cameraman was in the way. Okay, shut the fuck up.
Every cameraman's in the way after a game.
That's literally their job, is to get in the person's way, to video them or picture them.
Exactly. That's nothing new. That's how it always is.
Devontae acting like a bitch.
So we'll see. Awaiting potential disciplinary action from the NFL.
I mean, Kamara didn't get anything, so...
True.
But Kamara's was supposedly... I mean, it could still happen next year, but that wouldn't make sense.
Right, and that was outside of the NFL, whereas this was on camera.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
that's
in a stadium. We'll see. I don't know what to expect from this one. I haven't seen any kind of statement made. So it's just going to be the waiting game.
Devontae apologized.
Yep, I knew that, as he should have, but I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, the Raiders are in trouble.
Chiefs dominated, right? Yeah, Raiders are in big trouble. Carr isn't getting any younger, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got to make some moves here.
They only have a short window with them, so they gotta do something soon.
Yeah, absolutely. And
not necessarily. I'm actually completely fine with them being shit.
Well, yeah, of course. So yeah, it's gonna come down to a good battle between the Chargers and the Chiefs. Kind of what we expected. So we'll see. We'll see going forward. But that was week 5.
It's so funny seeing the Raiders still uphold that stereotype.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are just classless pieces of shit.
Never changes.
Shoving an NFL employee just because you're mad.
Right.
Fuck.
And then we had the, obviously, we addressed it earlier, the roughing the passer call from that game. One thing that I did not like to see was, as the players were running off for the first half, Chiefs fans throwing stuff at the Raiders players. No good.
Well, who'd they throw stuff at?
I mean, it's just kind of, they were all running in. Probably, I'm sure the refs were in front of them, so they probably got some stuff thrown at them. Regardless, NFL officiating needs to do better.
Yeah, it's kind of a joke at this point.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, you can't let bystanders dictate the outcome of a game.
Right.
You just can't.
Yeah.
I feel like it's always been an issue with the NFL. They always suck when it comes to reffing.
Yeah. It's been a problem.
For years.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when they had those
replacement refs.
Yeah, that were just literally the worst things on earth.
That was probably the one time that I slightly felt bad for the Packers.
Oh God, that was
the Fail Mary.
That was the worst call I remember in recent history. Besides that
the Saints.
Pass interference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen much worse than either of those two right there.
Yeah,
So.
that was like the one time where I was like, you know what, Packers? That sucks. I kind of feel for you.
Yeah, I mean, shit, if that happened to your team, I'd be livid.
Absolutely. 100%.
Especially on a Hail Mary attempt, like, fuck.
Yeah, terrible. Absolutely terrible.
And it looks like that's how they're reffing still.
You know, yeah, there's so much questionable shit that we have to have this conversation all the time as fans. It's sad. I don't know. They need some younger officials out there because these old dudes with their bad eyesight are just ruining the game. And now it's being passed through generations because now Hockley's got his son out there. It's just being passed down.
Dude, he's ripped.
Facts. Facts. But
he's jacked.
He is. He definitely is. So that was it for week 5. Another week where Cactus and myself are happy. Happy with the week. Happy with how it ended.
Be happy that... Well, I mean, the podcasts where we're happy probably aren't as much fun to listen to.
Maybe not because, there's no big rants.
There's no out-of-pocket swearing.
Right.
Well, there still is, but just not as much.
Well, I apologize if it's not as fun to listen to, but it's way more fun for me to record these episodes. I would prefer to keep recording episodes like this, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Lord knows. Can't be happy for too long.
Lord knows. Yes, that is true.
Pick'ems.
God. Thursday night football, man. What are you giving us? Tomorrow night we have the Bears and the Commanders. Good God.
Dude, maybe I could see my boy.
You might. I'm gonna pick the Commanders.
I'm gonna pick the Commanders with the contingency that Heineke gets played.
There you go. Maybe we'll see him. Because if Carson struggles against Chicago, he's definitely going to get some action then.
And yeah, exactly. So I'm going to go Commanders.
Yep, me too. Fuck, those Thursday night games have been brutal.
Just horrible.
Horrible. Ravens, Giants. This is a tough test for AJ's team. Shout out, AJ.
I got to go with the hot hand.
I like that. I got to go Baltimore.
Which makes sense. It's definitely
it's the safer pick, but I would love to pick the Giants.
I could see the Giants pulling something.
Oh, especially if Saquon gets going. Absolutely.
Good for seriously. Shout out to AJ. I was not a believer.
Yeah.
Now I'm a believer. If they can beat the Ravens, shit.
That would be big. That'd be huge.
That'd be huge for the season.
Yeah, that'd be. I hope it happens. I do.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them. Now this one, God, this game is tough for me to pick because I don't want to pick either one of them. Jags at Colts. Every time I pick either of them, they lose. So I'm going to say this one's probably a tie.
It's a tie.
No, I'm kidding, but.
Didn't we already have a tie this season?
We did, with the Colts. The Colts and the Texans tied.
2 ties.
2 ties. Very possible. I can't pick the Colts again because of what they keep doing. So I guess I'm going to go with Jacksonville. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jacksonville, but I hate Jacksonville because they had me be like, they're bad.
Yep.
And they had me be like, oh, wait.
They're decent.
They might not be as bad as I thought. And then they had me like, they're shit.
Yeah, we're back to that.
Figure it the fuck out, guys.
Seriously.
Urban isn't there anymore. You have no more excuses.
Right. You got weapons. Fucking use them.
Use your weapons.
Patriots at Browns. I like the Browns in this one with their defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Brownies.
Yeah. Because it's still not going to be Mac Jones starting for New England. It's probably going to be Bailey Zappi again.
Bill Zappi.
I think that's how you say it.
Is it?
I think that's how they said it on the broadcast when he went into the game in Green Bay.
Zapay.
It could be. Who knows?
Who fucking knows?
But yeah, I like the Browns in this one. I think that'll be a decent matchup, though. It'll be a battle of two good rushing attacks. So
yeah, with Chubb.
Let's hope Nick Chubb carries the load.
No, I want Hunt. We want Hunt.
No, we do not want that.
Now that I have Hunt on my team, I actually care about who gets the load.
That's fair.
And I hope Chubb's load is not big.
This is never going to die.
No, this is going to be a thing forever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
gosh. Bengals Saints in New Orleans. I'm assuming we'll still not see Jameis. I haven't seen anything as far as him ready to come back yet. So I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
I'm thinking Saints.
Okay. Yeah, maybe Taysom Hill again. Who knows?
It seems like Hill, whenever he comes in, he does good for a bit and then looks bad and then just look good again.
Right.
He's an odd player.
Yeah. Interesting to watch. So your neck of the woods here, Steelers fans are probably in for a bit of a nightmare from past experiences.
Yeah.
They get to go up against Tom Brady. I think the Bucks take this one. Steelers suck.
Steelers, you suck.
Facts.
I'm sick of hearing about you guys and Kenny Pickett this and Kenny Pickett that. No one cares. You guys suck. And I think I got a few people from work to sub to this. And I don't know if they listen, but if you guys are listening, your team sucks.
Trash. Straight trash.
Yeah, you guys suck.
Facts. 49ers at Falcons. I can't pick the Falcons without Cordero, so I think the Niners in that defense take
I was
it.
going to say, with Cordero being on IR, I don't think they're going to be doing much because he seriously looked very
good.
Solid.
Yeah. And I mean, Atlanta's been very competitive all year. You know, they were competitive with Tampa until that horrible call.
Until the refs were like, "Aw, Tom's crying."
Exactly. But, yeah, I just think the 49ers, their defense is ridiculous. Their rushing game is good.
Dude, you're kind of a dick. It seriously seems like you don't even care about our Lord and Savior's happiness.
No, I do not.
You're fucking rude.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
You know what? I can't. You're just rude. I have no words for whatever.
Jets at Packers. God, I want to pick the Jets so bad. The only reason I'm not going to is because it's in Lambeau. Oh, I don't want to pick the Jets so bad. But in Lambeau, it's tough.
You can pick them, but doesn't mean it's going to be right.
I know, but I don't know. I want to be right. I don't want to be right in this sense, actually.
Yeah, you want to be wrong.
Right. I'm just going based off of what I think is going to happen. I think it'll be a close game. I think Packers will, they'll find a way at home to get her done.
Get her done.
And then, so originally I had the Vikings losing to the Dolphins in my way too early predictions. Obviously, a lot has changed without Tua. I got the Vikings in this one. I think it'll be, of course, a close nail biter of a game, but I think we'll find a way to win it at the end.
Go Dolphins.
Rude.
The amount of shit I've talked about the Dolphins.
I know.
Go Dolphins.
Panthers at Rams. Rams finally get the win. Panthers suck. Although no Baker, so maybe something changes. Who knows?
Maybe something happens.
Maybe PJ Walker comes out slanging it.
Who?
PJ Walker. Or Philip Walker.
Yeah, is it Philip or PJ playing?
I'm sticking with PJ.
Okay. Man, you know what? I'd lean more towards the Panthers if it was Philip, but
yeah.
since it's not, I can't go.
That's fair.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That is fair. Another battle of the birds. This one should be interesting. The Cardinals go into Seattle. Geno Smith versus Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. I'm thinking Baby Yoda. Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
It's not out yet.
Yeah, he's still focused. He's still locked in. I think the beta's done.
Yeah, the beta's been done for a little bit, so.
Yeah, so he should be locked in for this one. Yeah, I'm going to go Cardinals. I think it'll be a close game, though.
Close game indeed. I got cards.
Yep.
Hold on. I'm not going to say it, but did you see what Antonio Brown tweeted out?
Sure did. We're not going to say it on the podcast, but Antonio Brown's been he's been wild lately.
And his tweet about the Cardinals was sure as shit funny.
I can't deny that. I can't deny
It's just so fucking out of nowhere. Antonio Brown is just like, made my own team. That's what it's called.
You can find it on Twitter if you guys are curious. We're not going to say it out loud, but
We would get canceled.
yes.
And I don't think we can post on Spotify anymore.
Right, we don't want that. This,
Look it
I'm
up.
so excited for this one. The 325 game. Bills at Chiefs. That is a fun matchup for sure.
Honestly, go Bills.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the Bills in this one. It's in Arrowhead, but I just think that Josh Allen's on another level right now. I think it's going to be a shootout. Because I'm saying that, now it'll probably be a 6-3 final score. Just kidding.
Oh, definitely.
Because that's how it usually goes. But no, I expect that one to be a fun matchup. I'm assuming that'll be Romo and Nance on commentary, which will make it even more fun. I love those guys.
Great guys.
Great guys. Great guys. All right,
Great.
Sunday night. Already mentioned it once, but Cowboys-Eagles. Love it. It's a fun matchup. I'm
going Eagles.
I'm going Dallas.
I
Just
just
because
feel
of
like
the defense.
I think Cooper's time is going to come to an end soon. So.
Well, I think it'll be Dak.
Oh yeah, Dak. It's the Dak attack.
Yeah.
The
It's
Dak
tough
show.
because it's in Philly, and Philly's a tough place to play.
Super quick, live on the podcast. It's 38-37 right now. I'm losing to the Chiefs. There's 41 seconds left. What do I do?
Win the game.
Do I go for the 2?
Oh, you just scored. Yeah, redemption. Go for 2. Get the redemption.
I'm going for 2 right now.
Let's go. Let's listen in, folks.
And I didn't get it.
Oh, fuck.
They got pressure fucking instantly, and I'm about to lose.
Damn. Fuck EA.
Son of a bitch.
Fuck.
Fuck EA.
Question mark.
Your game NHL sucks too. It's a copy and paste from last year.
So, yes, it is fuck EA.
Fucking jokes.
Great guy.
Great fucking guy.
Hey, here we go. Monday night. Let's ride. Broncos at Chargers. I like you guys.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, I think Keenan can stay out another week. Shoot,
Right?
I mean, honestly, man, what? Even if he's healthy enough, give him another week.
Yeah. Just
There's no point of even playing him. Broncos suck.
let's ride.
The Chargers are riding. Also, super quick.
Yeah.
I was watching a YouTube video called "Funny NFL Mic'd Up Moments."
Yep.
And there was a moment in training camp for the Chargers where it was a video of Keenan Allen, and he was like, "Let's ride, Bolt fam, let's ride."
Let's go.
and I lost it because I
Love
was
that.
like, I can finally say it for my own team.
I love that. Yes, now you officially can.
Let's ride, Bolt fam.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I got the fucking Chargers.
Let's go. Let's
Broncos suck. There's no bias there, anyways. I've been talking shit about the Broncos all goddamn day.
go. True. Absolutely. And I'm
They
with you
suck.
on that. And I'm hoping that we get to sit down next week, do this again, and have another happy podcast.
Do you think we will?
I like our chances. I do. I would love
You do.
to be 5-1, Chargers be 4-2, all things going positively. But I'm anticipating it to be a nail biter as always. One of these Sundays, I'm just gonna keel over from a heart attack. It's gonna happen.
Thank God.
Damn.
Wait, what did you say?
I said one of these Sundays, I'm gonna keel over from a heart attack.
Oh, I was talking about Madden.
Oh, yeah, sure. Shit. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys,
Jesus, this was a long bitch.
yes, sir. We've kind of found our groove, and we don't even have to like plan anything out anymore. Which is, I knew it was going to happen, but it's just like we don't even have to prepare any notes. We just sit down and we just go, and we can ramble on together for an hour and a half, no problem.
Dude, shout out to Target.
Shout out to Target for bringing us together.
Fucking
Skull and Bolts
Target.
podcast wouldn't be possible without you.
Can we let's reach out to Target on
Sponsorship.
on the Twitter. Yeah, we gotta get something in the works here, right?
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, can you actually just like you're still there, so can you just do your thing and just figure it out for us?
I'll see what I can come up with here.
All right, cool. That'd be really cool. I mean, shoot, you could even tell them to take like part of your payout.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's ride.
let's ride.
Let's ride, Bolt fam.
Let's ride, Skull fam. Nah, I'm not gonna make that a thing.
That's funny. That should definitely be yeah. Russ, as much as we're making fun of you, thank you. I have to thank you for
The memes.
the fucking greatest meme in recent history in my mind for me personally.
Yes, and the greatest end to a press conference this season.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. We will see you guys next week for another episode of the Skull and Bolts podcast. Have fun this weekend. Go Vikings. Go Chargers. Let's get these dubs.
Let's
dubs.
ride.
Let's ride. You guys take it easy. We'll catch you next week.
And it goes a little something like.